The victory over France in the first years of the 19th century put Britain in a position of a superpower in Europe. Scottish soldiers had been a massive contribution in this war. Edinburgh was known as the Athens of the North, politically weaker than London, but culturally invincible, like Greece over Rome. This is why, to commemorate its soldiers, the city chose to build a copy of the Greek Parthenon.
They employed a young English architect, a man called Charles Robert Cockerell, who travelled to Greece. He knew the Parthenon in intimate detail. He was coupled with William Henry Playfair, who's really the main architect in Scotland at that time. Playfair has a reputation for being a really obsessive architect.
This was the perfect partnership to build an exact copy of the Parthenon.
During the Great Royal Visit of 1822, the foundation of stone was laid, although the king didn't come, and that was quite significant because the British state didn't give any support to this project, any financial support.
Almost no city in the empire contributed, except from the Scottish soldiers based in Bombay, probably homesick. Roughly £15,000 was raised. The work didn't progress quickly or smoothly. Soon the money, enough for building 12 columns at £1,000 each and a substructure, had run out. It was necessary to apply to the Lords Commissioners of the Treasury to issue more money. The deputation failed. Playfair announces, "Our Parthenon has come to a dead halt."
In the 1820s, the 1830s, 1840s, 1850s, in each of those decades, there are proposals to finish the whole building. But then it begins to slightly change. By about the 1850s, people begin to accept that it's not going to be finished.
This starts a new avalanche of proposals. The first advised that it should just be a picturesque object.
It's just sketched on the back of a tailor's card. Some English tourist produced this.
Most of them haven't actually been very good ideas, and none of them have had any funding behind them.
Then the 20th century offers other solutions. To finish it as a memorial to Queen Victoria, who died in 1901. In 1907, to turn it into the National Gallery of Scotland, with an extra building added to it and even a railway. 1 year later, to use it as Parliament. In 1912, to make it memorial to the present and the future, to commemorate modern inventions like the telegraph. There was even a proposal to complete the monument using trees rather than pillars. In 1918, Washington Brown came up with the idea of making it a memorial to the First World War by accepting what was built and adding statues to it.
There was even a proposal at the time of the millennium that they should finish it with some kind of holograms and lights.
After years of proposals, do we remember the importance and real meaning of this monument?
Carlton Hill Monument
seems to be the centre for the annual fireworks.
It's now become a kind of symbol of Edinburgh.
I actually don't know anything about the monument.
It's quite dramatic.
You don't go there at night.
We went to the monument and the guy really don't like the monument.
It's an enigma. You don't know why it's there or what it's for. It's part of the street furniture of Edinburgh. It's important.
I'm not really sure about it and don't think it really matters much to tourists.
Many young people decide to meet at that place.
used to play on the monument, as kids do.
I've no idea what Carlton Hill Monument's there for. I've never really looked into the history. I don't know anything about it.
Edinburgh's got a bit of a history of not really thinking through big projects, eh?